chance to fly with the faithful voices amplified. Sports Talk 225. We rise together to every storm, every season, every weather. Lift the overlooked, let the stories be told. Faith in our hearts and a fire in our soul. From Louisiana skies to the nationwide, we stand for the players standing on the side. Sports Talk 225, yeah, we're bringing the light, taking sports to the next level tonight. Puffin on the mic, bringing wisdom and truth. Blake Ballard, bringing passion and proof. Every voice speaking life into the game. Not just highlights, we remember the names. Local legends, big time dreams. Hard work shining in the midnight beams. Walking with God through every play. Faith and purpose lead the way. No matter where the scoreboard lands, we're lifting up the faithful hands. Every heart that won't give up the fight finds a home in the spotlight. Sports Talk 225, he rides the quarter through every storm, every season, every weather. The overlooked, let the stories be told. Faith in our hearts and a fire in our souls. From Louisiana skies to the nationwide, we stand for the players standing on the side. Sports Talk 225, yeah, we're bringing the light, taking sports to the next level tonight.
All right, what's up, 225? We are live at the one and only Whistle Stop Cafe in historic downtown Denham Springs. And you already know when we pull up, we're going to bring the energy, and we got a lot to talk about. This is Sports Talk 225, episode 4, where we spotlight your athletes, your teams, and your community. From high school hardwood playoff battles to baseball season heating up, college baseball. We got a lot to talk about, SEC hoops, even a little Pelicans, Nuggets, Rockets. Man, we got it all today. Haven't seen you in over a week. Basketball season's wrapping up.
Yes, it is.
But
hot,
I mean,
and heavy though.
we're hot and heavy. But we're the grind never stops for us. So
right.
baseball's here, softball's rolling. Spring sports are going to start taking over here very, very quickly, and we're breaking it all down here at the Whistle Stop Cafe. Again, historic downtown Denham Springs. If you haven't been here since Brandon and Courtney Rishu have taken over, the place is not closed at 3 p.m. anymore.
It is not.
It is open.
And I'll tell you, they have a specialty coffee every month. The s'mores one was fantastic. This month is the Cadbury Cream Egg. And for your non-dairy people like myself, you can't get it with oat milk as well. So fantastic coffee, fantastic people, definitely people that you want to support and local.
Yep. So if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to like, subscribe, drop a comment in the chat. And if you're catching this anywhere else, I will share the link real quick as we get going. In the meantime,
we also don't want to miss our shout out to Peanuts Transport as always. As always, any hotshot and courier service needs, please reach out to Peanuts Transport. They are local and here to assist.
Yep. So I'm going to share this link to Facebook. So anybody that wants to catch on, man, so much to catch up on. Just one announcement, and that will be that next week we will not be available for any live broadcasting. I will be traveling to Denver, Colorado, home of your favorite basketball team and your nickname.
Yeah, pick me up some merch. That's my first name.
Yeah, we might be able to. I might force myself to do that for you, man. we'll work something out. So yeah, shout out to Peanut Transports as always. A 225 family ran and operated business here. In my day job, and sorry about the sunlight, but you guys are really more worried about what we have to say than what we look at, like. Call Peanuts Transports. I'll go ahead and pop them up right here so we can see their phone number. I'm almost got it memorized. 225-802-0544. And I mean this when I say this. If you have a family member that you don't really like, but you still need to send them something, call Peanuts. They'll keep you out of Livingston Parish overnight hotel.
Now, you don't want to
That's a
spend
nice
the
way
night
of saying it, right?
in the Yard Hotel.
Yeah, you do not want to say the night at the Ard Hotel.
No.
Not unless you're doing it for charity. So call Peanuts. We are excited to, be here at Whistle Stop. We've done our first 3 episodes at CC's. They've been a great host to us and a good partner, and we expect to be back there for more shows as we're going to have to find time to do this weekly versus 2 weeks a month.
Yeah, we got to get a better routine.
It's just, there's just so much to cover. Another announcement was we were scheduled originally to live broadcast at a historic night for Geo Next Gen High School. They will be hosting their first ever home playoff game. We will not be live broadcasting, but Clayton Wolf will be there covering due to some technical issues on Geo Next Gen side. It's not we're not capable of broadcasting there at this time, but we do want to give them the spotlight that they deserve. Congratulations to Coach Ryan Price and that squad there. He went in there 3 years ago, was able to get some backstory last week when I went and interviewed those guys. It was a 4-win program 3 years ago.
I mean, it's a program we didn't even know existed
It
until
didn't.
the beginning of this year.
But they're in their 3rd year in a row of 20-plus wins.
Wow.
It's amazing that they're in our literally backyard.
Right in our backyard. Here they are hosting a home playoff game now, and again, just learned about them months ago.
Yep. Want to give a shout out to a new sponsor coming on board this Friday, B&P Construction. Floyd and his team have they're going to be doing some whenever it's time and the legalities are taken care of on my end. They'll be rebuilding my brand new house for me. I know they're going to come and check some stuff out for you. So not only do we, get sponsorship from these folks, but we support their business as well. Our goal here at Sports Talk 225 has always been, as we grow, we want the ones who support us to grow with us and bring everybody up. So, we use them too, folks.
Yeah, and as a perspective, just know that any of these businesses that support us, they're supporting your athletes too.
Mm-hmm.
They're supporting what we do, and you know that what we do is promoting your kids that are out there giving it their all. So support these local businesses.
And shout out to all of our supporters. Just on the Meta platform alone, we have Facebook and Instagram. We're right at the 1.5 million views.
Wow!
In just 90 days, we were 54,000 short of 1 million alone on Instagram. So that's pretty cool, man. In less than 90 days.
That's incredible.
Yep. So we're very excited and appreciate that. So some of the preview some of the items we're going to be rolling through here today. Obviously the 225 playoffs. I was at Southeastern last night to catch the Seoul 225 team that was playing last night in East Feliciana. And they ran into a buzzsaw that it was immovable force or whatever the terminology is. Immovable object.
It was David versus Goliath.
What I mean, I'm telling you, this girl, Camry Primo. I mean, you don't get a better name than that.
It's a good Cajun name.
Camry, Camri, and then just the last name Primo. Maybe a perfect name for soccer.
Yeah.
But she was balling, my friend. Average, I think, 12 points a game. Had 3 at halftime. Dropped 10 in the 3rd and 8 in the 4th.
Wow.
Took over to end with 21.
Wow. What a night.
Yeah, and she tied with Thibodeau, Molly Thibodeau, who is their regular season leading scorer, I believe, at 18 a game for Midland, and they both ended up with 21. They had another that was right there. They had 3 or 4 players in double digits. They ran away with it to end East Feliciana. That was a 1 versus a 5. It kind of went the direction you expected it to go.
Yeah, but I mean, shout out to what East Feliciana accomplished this year, and I mean that's part of it in these playoffs. Look at Denham girls and going into Slidell again, and this time it didn't look like anything like it did last time they played them earlier in the season when they ran it close.
No, it's it is March Madness, and it's exciting times. So, as a new entity, we do want to thank the LHSAA for granting us one media pass to be able to get in there and cover it. They did recognize the work that we did this year, and so it wasn't a body of work thing, and they just wanted us to understand they had over 300 applicants. So they give it to, all these older media companies, and I will say it was quite disappointing. There was a lot of empty seats in Media Row.
Well, we know from our experience this season that mainstream media, this isn't their only focus. They have other things going on, and so their sports segments involve, 2 minutes in the third or fourth quarter, get the highlights, maybe a post game interview. I feel like local news does a better job of that than mainstream media. But other than that, we know that that's what they do, so it's not surprising there's a lot of empty seats there.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I got a phone call from a mainstream media old head source today that made the comment. Oh, I showed up and showed my face and got a couple shots, and it's just like, man, I hate that, but that's what their job is.
Yep.
So the job descriptions are a little different.
Very much so. They're not. Their whole focus is to provide.
We wouldn't exist if they did it differently.
Exactly.
So, I mean, thank you for doing what they do, and it allows us the opportunity. There's enough room for everybody.
Right. It's how we coexist. It's perfect.
All right, so off that soapbox. So the 225 playoffs, there's a lot to talk about there. LSU baseball, a lot to talk about there. Well, like LSU as a whole, there's a lot to talk about.
13 things to talk about.
March Madness is for the girls honestly, you could say it's kicking off now. I think LSU girls are heading off to the road.
Just finished the season. Yep.
Yeah. And then we'll talk about the NBA, of course. So let's jump right in it, and we'll talk about the local spotlights, and we'll start off with the Prairieville Lady Canes and the state semifinal run that they're on. Yep. We got invited very early on to go out and check the ladies out. And what a team they got there, man.
Right, Chase has been extremely hospitable to Sports Talk 225. I'd venture to say he's the number one fan. Him and his family there, and it's been fun to follow them and see their success this year.
So I did get to meet his brother Chris, the other official. That
I've called
it is officially. Now we questioned whether or not it was because we knew what the last name was, but Chris came up and talked to me at the last game and was able to really express his gratitude for what we're doing. He's a big fan. If you ever see the likes and stuff like that, he follows us pretty intently, and that's appreciated.
Oh, apparently a lot of the officials do. I mean, I had an official come up to me at a game and told me that the official crews, like in their group messages and stuff, will actually go back and look at stuff that we posted to compare off of maybe calls that they made, or even to hear our opinions. And to me, I think that's really incredible that we're just out here doing what we love and somehow making that type of impact on the game.
Yeah, so, man, they've been on a heck of a run. Ryan Comery, Aubrey Thibodeau, the defense from Bree Sanders. Holy cow, man.
That's a defensive monster right there. Comery, man, dude, she is just a beast in the paint. We watched Denham absolutely shut her down, and shutting her down was still giving up almost 20 points. And that was a true definition of double teaming, crashing the paints on her, and she's just a beast, and she's got a cast around her that supports her in the right kind of way, from defense to Aubrey Terrio complimenting her on offense. And
yeah, so last week when we were doing the quarterfinal matchup, we picked Bree to be the Sports Talk 225 player of the game because in the second half, they come out, they're trailing. For me, it's great because I get that interview with Chase where he's fiery.
Oh, yeah.
He's worked up. He's like, we know what we need to do. When he walks away after he says his last, he's like, this interview's done.
Chase Doherty right there.
But they put Bree on their best offensive player that was burning them in the first half. And she took her completely out of the game. She fouled out late. she wasn't real happy about when we interviewed her after the game. She wasn't happy about fouling out, but she's like, my teammates picked me up right there at the end.
But we've seen the intensity that Bree brings to a game.
Yeah.
Regardless, you can see it in her face.
Dude, she's falling on the floor. She's sacrificing her body.
I'm about to say, she looks like she is giving it her all every moment that she's on the court, and I respect that. And it makes sense why she's such a good defensive player, as that's defense comes with effort, straight up.
Yep. So they play Thursday night. Thursday night at
Let's see.
8:00 against Slidell. So I'm gonna try to be out there tomorrow. We have several 225 teams tomorrow. 2:45 Southern Lab plays against Cedar Creek. 4:30 U High against Parkview Baptist. 225 teams in that one.
That should be a good one.
Well, that'll allow me to get home at a normal time at least.
Yeah.
Because then we get outside of the 225. And then we got our friends at LBR to keep us posted on the other ones there. And then Thursday semifinals, 1:00. You got Madison Prep, and then Zachary Neville, Slidell Prairieville to a nightcap. So we got
Thursday's going to be a big day.
Yep, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 225 teams playing on Thursday. So a good bit to go on the 225 front there. I just got a text message from Geo's head coach Ryan Price. See what he wants. He tried to call. I had to decline it. There's the train at the Whistle Stop. It wouldn't be a show at Whistle Stop Cafe if we did not get a train roll through.
That's right. Giving me Alex Box vibes here.
There you go. Well, we'll get to talking about them. I see another blemish on the scorecard when I took a peek
13
early.
reasons why.
So tonight, as I just mentioned, so congratulations again on this historic run in just the second season for Prairieville.
Yes.
Chase has done a great job. So congratulations, Coach Delry. The effort of those young ladies, it's fun to watch and to be a part of the culmination of all that hard work. And hopefully tomorrow's not the end of it, and they're playing again on Saturday for a state championship. I'd love to be on a plane landing in Denver knowing that I'm about to watch 225 teams play, because I got Zachary. Yeah. Zachary's going.
Oh, 100%. 100%. And I think that Zachary and Prairieville would be the best matchup for a state championship. No offense to Slidell.
No, Denham did not play their best game the other night, and I probably wasn't on that vomit green floor.
Dude,
that is horrible.
Kidding. Like, how is that allowed?
That was baby poop green.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we'll call
Straight
it.
up.
They're talking about baby poop on the show.
Hey, you know what? I'm allowed to poop on the North Shore a little bit. My wife's from Slidell, so.
All right, so Geo Next Gen historic home playoff game tonight. First home playoff game in school's history. School's only been around for about 5 or so years. However, I know, speaking to Coach Price when we went out and did some interviews last week, that they had 4 wins when he got there. They've had 22, 21, and 20 wins, and I think pretty close to in that order since he's won there. So been a 20-win team. This year they're a 7th seed with a first-round bye, hosting fellow 225 team in Capital tonight.
Okay.
We got to see both of these teams in the EBR tournament.
This should be a good matchup.
Yes, it should. Capital squeaked by. Well, actually, they beat Menard pretty good.
Well,
I think
it's going to matter whether or not
9 points, something like 53-44 or something like that.
What's his name? Fred, number 11 for Capital. One that likes to foul out. Super talented.
Fred's not
bad attitude.
Is that Capital that's off of Choctaw and?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it's Capital that I was thinking of. I could be wrong.
No, I think. I don't think that's Fred.
Or was that Glen Oaks? I don't know. Moving on.
Yeah, I don't remember. There's not been many days of solid sleep. Okay, so we're looking forward to that. We will get that covered tonight. Clayton Wolf will be there covering that game, and we'll be able to update it quarter by quarter. He'll get it over to me. I'll get it posted. So we will have real-time updates going. Again, it does not appear that we will be doing a live broadcast, but we will be doing live coverage. Denham Springs home playoff game after a bye. Did have a scrimmage earlier this week against, or let's see, when did I do the Doyle baseball game? Last Thursday or Friday, something like that.
Something like that. I was traveling.
It was last Thursday. Because I did softball Friday and Saturday. So it was last Thursday, and then on Friday, Denham, them and Doyle both had got tired of practicing against one another, so they had a scrimmage on Friday.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep. Well, we had the mayor, Jonathan Taylor.
JT, yeah.
He was dropping that on me that they were going to be doing a scrimmage. They got tired of practicing against each other. So
Dole's got a good little team too, man.
Livingston Parish has had a good representation in all classes.
Yeah.
In the playoffs here, so that's good. So what are we expecting tonight? Obviously, we know Destrehan and Denham playoffs. They always seem to find a way to play each other.
I think we're going to see a close game for 3 quarters, and then Denham's just going to let it go, and we're going to have to deal with the fact that Destrehan travels pretty deep. That's my prediction for tonight's game. My prediction is that Hayden Ray finally gets out of his own head and plays big man like he did against Central, and that this game is a walk in the park. But at the same time, Destrehan gave the first round a hell of a run. And pulled out a win, so we'll see what happens.
Did they win? What was it? Did I see overtime?
It was either overtime or a buzzer beater, but it was a 2-point game. I think it was New Iberia they played.
Let's give it a peek. It was New Iberia 59-58. 1-point game.
It's a 1-point game. There we go.
Yeah, so this is a 4 seed versus a 13. In other 2-2-5 action, we'll see Zachary taking on 16 seed Covington, 8 seed Santa Maula taking on North Shore.
Man, we saw how Denham dismantled Covington, and Walker gave them a run for their money. Zachary should have that one in the bag.
EA is traveling to Natchitoches.
That's it could be a tough one for him.
Central hosting South Lafourche. I will tell you what, the South Lafourche girls put up a fight for a little while against Denham.
They did. And
the boys are scrappy.
Interesting plug-in here. The Westside Junior High basketball coach is a South Lafourche alumni, so I'm in the stands repping his gear at the game.
Yep. And then that'll do it for the 2-2-5 teams, which is half of the bracket.
Right.
So that just shows you the strength that we have in this area. Okay, last weekend, the Robbie Spangler softball tournament, we were able to do live broadcasting there. I had a good friend, Nelson Weems. He came on Friday night, spit a bunch of his knowledge and things on the softball front, because it's easy to tie in the parts that are, relative to baseball.
Similar to baseball, yep.
That part's easy, but then you get into the intricacies
Yep.
of softball, and you realize how much different it really is.
It's a different game, and it's a completely different game plan.
Yeah. So shout out to Coach Amanda, Denham Springs, for having us out there. We anticipate being back to broadcast some more games for them throughout the season. Those girls put in a lot of hard work and deserve that spotlight. Some of the stars of the show there, man, we had Lily Hammonds from Parkview. You've been doing some PA for them and have some more coming up later this week.
Yep.
She's been on a bit of a tear. She had a big 2-run homer in Parkview's game when they were down 2-0 and tied it up, and then they kind of went on the run. And then very similar in the Front Settlement game. Front Settlement was down 2-0, and I think it was an 8th grader hit a 2-run homer.
I believe it. They got some young girls on that team. There's a pair of triplets on that team that are all young that play.
On Parkview?
Yeah. I think one of them's injured right now. I only know that because she had to run the scoreboard. Last time I did the PA, they sent her to the box. But, it's exciting to see what those girls can do this year. Obviously, I'll get a little bit more close to the action being their PA announcer. Shout out to Coach Ashley for that. And Coach Ashley, if you're watching, Or Lily, if you're watching, be ready because Thursday night I would like to get a pregame interview.
I already told her that you would be there, so we'd make it work.
Awesome.
Obviously, I can't do it Thursday. I'll be in Hammond, trying to get us another 225 team into the state tournament or state championship.
Sir.
So yeah, very impressive. And then Malloy Miles, man, we got to see Malloy. Her mother had reached out to us very early on in the infant stages of Sports Talk 225 when we started really spotlighting teams, and it's always been on the list. But French Settlement has a great media program. They're probably, arguably, one of the best in the state. And so it's to get out there for us. We got to get that scheduled and kind of dialed in.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be spotlights and interviews as they live broadcast all their own stuff, which is excellent because that gives students the opportunity to really develop and hone in skills for certain crafts in media if they so choose.
Yep.
But French Settlement gave up. If and again, I'm going to say, if my understanding is correct, going into that game, they were 4-0. Malloy was 4-0, had not given up a single run. I think she had 2 perfect games in that mix, and she gave up her first 2 runs in the first inning, and then settled in and went 6 seamless innings. Like she's just like, nah, my bad.
It doesn't, not even phased.
Yeah, gave up 1 hit the rest of the game. Like it was.
That's impressive.
Yeah. And then we were able finally to catch up with her after the game, and it really showed a lot of about her character. That when we started talking, immediately she said exactly what led up to it. That and then you have an 8th grader come up and really have a big at bat to tie it up and get us back. Like she knew exactly who did what to square it back up and give her the opportunity to do what she does.
That's a leader.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we talked about that. With her being committed already, she's still got her senior season ahead of her.
Yep.
Committed to Ole Miss, so congratulations for that. That's a big time commitment.
That is a big commitment.
Yep. And she said, she's got a sister on the team, underclassman, and then Remy Gautreau, she's got a sister on the team. That's what does it mean to them to set them up to be leaders? And she said immediately, it makes me want to work harder to set that example.
That's incredible. That's incredible. That's a natural born leader right there.
Yeah, so very impressive, and shout out to the French Settlement programs. I mean, you got boys and girls playing at elite levels in basketball, still alive in the state tournament.
Yep.
The French Settlement girls, a big game tonight against Ville Platte. So take care of business because Ville Platte has knocked off 2-2-5 or Livingston Parish teams this year.
Say, bro.
We don't need to see a third.
Ville Platte can do whatever they want to. Stella Allison by 30.
There we go. That's what I like to see. So, actually, it's so funny, man, because I saw French Settlement posted some pictures of the boys' basketball game last night, and the photo cred was Stella Allison. So Stella was there working the other side.
That's awesome. That's look on the boys' side. Jackson Tuning, and then Reed, the big guy, 3-level scorer. I mean, I was so impressed with him during the Paris tournament. So I'd imagine he's still rocking and rolling.
Yeah, it's good stuff, man. Going across the 225. Upcoming Sports Talk 225 broadcast. We will be again, like I said, there will be no live broadcast this week, unless something. I don't think so because we're going to be at state tournament.
Yeah.
And then you got
next week. I'm going to try. I'll be at the boys.
Yeah,
If we get a pass, thank you LHSAA. If we don't, I'll pay to get in. We got to cover this.
Yeah. So I'll be in Denver next week, so there won't be any live broadcast until I get back. As soon as I get back, we will go on Saturday straight to a BRCC softball doubleheader.
Yep.
They'll be playing Galveston College. That'll be our first collegiate broadcast. So excited about that. I believe those games have been moved to Bruley High School from Oak Villa.
Okay.
I got to confirm the dates on that. They sent me a message this week, so let's see if I can find that message.
Gotcha.
Lady Bear softball. Well, they sent me a message somewhere.
Act like you're managing a bunch of media accounts or something, Stu.
Yeah. Just a few.
Just a few of them.
Well, they sent me a message somewhere, and I'll find it. But I did change it in my calendar. So actually, I don't know why I didn't go there first. So BRCC softball is next Saturday, March 14th, doubleheader. It will be at Bruley High School. So we will be live broadcasting that one on the YouTube channel at Sports Talk 225. So if you're into softball and want to see some softball,
Yeah, check out some college softball with us.
check it out. All right, man. Let's get over to that team in Death Valley on the baseball field.
Look,
Let's
man,
talk about the pitching depth and I mean the expectation's always Omaha, right?
the expectation is still Omaha. I still see no doubt. There's no doubt in my mind that we still make Omaha, dominate Omaha, win another natty. I
That's
know that
crazy.
sounds crazy, but
I thought it was crazy last year because the pitching staff sucked
until
until it mattered.
No, dude, Ianson and
They came alive later. I feel like Jay Johnson toyed around the entire season to figure out exactly who his guys were, and then said, "Okay, this is the cutoff."
And I think you're absolutely right. And the reason I still have faith in this team this year is because I think he's doing that early right now. That's why he played so many different people
Yeah.
last night. That's why as soon as one pitcher goes to crap, get somebody else in. I am okay with those midweek games being like preseason games in football. Um, the midweek drop is what it is, and still with the backups, they came back with 13-11 last night. I mean, again, not worried. I know that the world loves to crap on LSU, and they're looking for a reason. And maybe it's because we're a little cocky in baseball, but dadgummit, there's not another program in college baseball that has the reason to be cocky like LSU. I know you love Texas.
There's two other programs I think that one of them hasn't been relevant for a very long time.
And it's a was it
USC,
USC that
yeah.
has 16,
think
but
it's
that was
USC.
like back in like 1492.
Yeah,
Like Columbus was playing for them or
yeah. I
something.
mean, it was before the Cowboys' last championship. Like,
Oh boy, shots fired to Dallas. Hey, you know what? I said this to somebody the other day. It was a text message with work. Was if the Cowboys aren't in the conversation, then the big medias have nobody to talk about. So whether they either need to be really really bad or really really good, but no, they won't win a championship.
yeah, that's not gonna happen. Not in Jerry's world.
Yeah, so I mean, obviously the skeptics always want to come out early when they see a top 10, but guess what? The voters aren't buying it, and even with the one loss, they still stayed at number 2. So in the SEC currently, your top 5 standings are Texas is 10-0, Florida 11-1, Mississippi State 11-1, Texas A&M won't last 10-1, and then LSU at 11-2 early on. I say early on, but we're like a quarter of the way through the season.
Yeah, but until SEC play starts, we can
It
keep
don't
saying
really
early
matter. They
on.
start beating the hell out of each other.
Yeah, that's when it
Yeah.
matters.
And they really are.
Which is why these games again are a good opportunity to throw your people to the wolves, figure out who can last.
So, what do you think about a regional sleeper? What do you think about the Raging Cajuns?
I think the Cajuns are always a regional sleeper. Honestly, Southeastern's been a sleeper in the past
Yeah,
decade too.
always good.
Like, Louisiana baseball is what it is. I mean, growing up, dude, I'll be honest with you, I grew up in a baseball family. I didn't know football existed until almost high school. Now, obviously, that's changed since then. But baseball is a thing around here. You talk about covering Doyle. They're trying to bring a football program into Doyle, but baseball has always been there. It's always been a thing, even when football didn't exist. So, again, I have no doubt that one of these local Louisiana teams will do it, and no reason to argue that the Raging Cajuns would be that team.
Yeah, Cajuns always have a good program. Shout out to Sawyer Pruitt from Live Oak. He recently got his first collegiate action. We got a lot of freshmen getting action right now, man. Big weekend. I got kind of fussed at by somebody out at Doyle because I mentioned I was talking about Casey McCoy hitting his first homer 408 off of the condos in outfield there at La Tech. First homer 408 off of where he lives, off of their dorms.
That's awesome.
He recently just hit another big 2-run homer to tie a game against Southern Miss. But Brock Davis, a Live Oak product, man, I think that weekend, which was last weekend, I think Brock Davis hit 3 homers that weekend.
Wow.
Another Live Oak product.
Wow.
And again, Casey McCoy on a freshman tear, but Casey McCoy is the preseason freshman of the year pick.
Really?
So I mean, he's doing what he does. So congratulations to those guys. And then there's plenty of other 225 alums that are out doing their thing. You got Larson and Caleb Howe out at Southeastern. You've got Blaze Priester out at Southeastern. And then you got guys out at Nunez and
Bill, everywhere else.
Caleb Klug. You got Jake Williamson's son at William and Carey,
Yep.
Or William Carey. Man, we got guys all over the place.
Literally all over the place.
Yep. So, all right. We already talked about is LSU built for Omaha. Of course they are. The answer is yes.
Yes. It's always yes.
All right. Let's talk about the team in purple and gold that is 3-3, 3-13 in SEC play. They wish they were 3-3. And now we talked about he was 5 games, 6 games over 500. That might be a month. That was 1 game over 500, 15-14.
Dude.
What in the world are they going to do? Because it seems like there are supporters to not end it now.
I know. I saw that comment the other day about somebody that sits on the board saying that because of the Ole Miss win, that saves his career. And look, I have a lot of respect for McMahon.
Ole Miss win feels like a long time ago.
It does. And again, I have a lot of respect for McMahon. His wife gave me the opportunity to speak with her following a game one night about her daughters and son and their play. It's been fun to cover them. But outside of the human aspect thing, sports is a business, and a business decision needs to be made, and that decision needs to be that LSU gets a new head coach. And I hate to say it, I hate to be that way again, but it all boils down to business, and this is bad business and has been for too long. And it's the only sports program like that at LSU right now.
Yeah, and the Will Wade talk seems to have died down a little bit.
Please bring back General Wade, whatever it takes.
So, I mean, does it have to be Will Wade instigates the conversation?
I mean, look, it doesn't have to be Will Wade that comes in, but by God, if that's an opportunity, there is no way you can tell me that anyone in their right mind would say no.
Okay, so let's talk about this from a financial maybe nervousness. As much money as LSU has spent recently on coaches, is this the time for them to say, hey, let's take a year off so we don't upset the fan base a little bit more? Or do you say, no, we're going to win at all costs on all programs?
We got to win at all costs on all programs. If you go another year with basketball in the tank, it's going to be bad. It's already bad there. You're already seeing the attendance in the tanks. Students, they had to implement a rule at LSU that the students, if you show up to the giveaway, you can't leave before the game starts.
And they're breaking that rule already, though.
Do you blame them? What are you enticing them to come watch? And I hate to say that. I hate to be that way, but it's what it is right now.
It's like they got Bogies. Bogies is running their promotions. $1 beer night, but you have to stay.
Right, geez, man, it's too much. Something's got to be done. A decision has to be made.
It's just it's polar opposites when you step into that arena when the girls play versus when the boys play.
Oh, absolutely. When the girls play, it is always hype. It doesn't matter who they're playing. It doesn't matter what's going on. The crowd, the energy, it's just something different. And it's because they bring energy. The coach brings energy. It's what Will Wade had started to build at LSU. Before making a few strong offers to Devontae Smart, got him in trouble, and now you can do that. Where's Devontae Smart?
Well, he was actually exonerated of all indictments.
He was.
So this is another situation. This reminds me a lot of Ime Udoka. Obviously, the charges, the allocations were different.
Right.
However, when you get completely exonerated and the people come back and say, well, his was an FBI investigation, Will Wade, but, Ime's, but still, you were guilty and not even charged.
Yep. Just like Amanda Reza.
Which is the polar opposite of what's supposed to be. And now an organization is set back 5-6 years minimum in a program that should have been for cave into pressure.
Yep.
You know, and then you got an organization like the Zydeco who go and sign a rapist. And the league literally
The
has
league
to
has to come in
force
and say
them
no. Yeah.
to cut it and say no, he's permanently suspended.
Speaking of Zydeco, I mean, singing the anthem there Saturday night.
Remind me to give you that.
The media
that
pass to
pass,
get
yeah.
back. Yeah, but hey, they swept Topeka last weekend. They swept the owners of their team. Like, and that to me is a big deal. We have not done well with Topeka, and we swept them in Topeka. Now we get a home series this weekend, Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday afternoon. I want to see a solid performance. We need to win this weekend as a team for the Zydeco for the future of the organization.
It's like you have a future that I don't think exists. I don't think they're here a year from now. That's just my thoughts. I hope that I'm wrong for the hockey lovers.
Yeah, I don't want to speak that, but I can definitely see the writing on the wall. So.
Yeah, and I mean, you may or may not have ran into somebody and had a conversation on the floor the other night. But either way, we'll keep that for later on. Okay, so let's get back to basketball, which is where we were. SEC contenders. Let's go through the top. What do I have here? 6. Florida, Alabama, Arkansas, Mizzou, Tennessee. That looks like that's all I got.
Florida's winning it all.
Florida looks really good, man.
They do. And if anybody in the SEC knocks them off, it'd have to be Arkansas, and that's just because Coach K.
You go through that list, so Florida's the only one that's in the top 10. You got Duke. You got your traditional elite basketball programs: Duke, Arizona, Michigan, UConn.
Unfortunately,
oddly mixed in there is Iowa State, but then Houston, Michigan State, and then another weird one, Nebraska, and then Texas Tech. Which
I feel like with Coach Cal at Arkansas now, you almost have to consider them a blue blood program. It did take him long to turn that program around and make it what he's made everything else he's touched.
Yeah. I think Houston has a good run in them. I like the Cougars, man. What Coach Sampson's done there just year over year over year has been impressive.
Consistency.
They played for the championship last year. Every team looks beatable, though.
Yes.
Like, they've got to come out and play. There's a lot of parity.
I feel like that's across the board in sports the last couple of years, that every team is beatable. There's not exactly.
The money did it.
Exactly. There is not one team that's just a million times better and going to go undefeated.
So, transitioning into the NBA, we went to a Pelicans game, some of the Pelicans game the other night. I'm going to say that a few more times so I get a reaction. We went to a little bit of the Pelicans game the other night.
Yeah, that was you and Wolf, huh?
Me, Wolf, and some customers. We went to some of the Pelicans game the other night. There it is.
There's the reaction.
Pelicans actually, when healthy, and they no longer are. Since then, once again, Zion left the game. Somebody else got hurt. Man, when healthy, they're trouble. And they're screwing up their number one draft pick right now. They've moved up to 13th out of 15 by like 5 games. So there goes your draft lottery hopes.
Yeah, it's still a lottery in the NBA though, so I don't hold much weight into that.
Yeah, tanking in the NBA is literally rolling the dice.
Yeah, it's playing roulette with your organization.
Because a top 10 team, a bottom 10 team can still win the number one. They just need one ball. So 19-43 overall, sitting 13th in the league. Obviously not in this year. A lot of injury issues.
Constantly.
Yeah, some talk about Ty Graves having some potential interest in acquiring the Saints and the Pels from Miss Benson.
That would require Miss Benson to
wanting to sell.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is preventing her from selling? Is she in dementia like Jerry Jones?
Whatever dirt Mickey Loomis has on the Benson family.
Something with goats, I guess.
It's got to be something, and it's got to be detrimental because nothing else makes sense.
I don't see her as somebody. She looks like she's trying to be a fake version of Tom Benson.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of like what's the husband? The daughter of Irsay.
Yes,
Jim Irsay.
Yep.
Right? She's trying to act like she's her father, but not. That passion's not the same, man. I can say for Houston, the McNairs, The McNairs love what they do. I don't see that Gail Benson loves.
I don't either, and that's why I don't think it's fair to compare her to Carly or say Gordon, because I do think that she loves what she's doing.
Well,
now
that's
with
what
the
I'm
team.
saying. That's not, she acts like she's the GM.
Right.
Like she's more Jerry Jones than where Gail just does whatever Mickey Loomis
I would
says.
say Gail is just shaking
Which
hands and kissing
I
babies.
have been saying Mickey Loomis should have been gone for more than 5 years.
Oh, 100%. Again, he's got to have some kind of dirt on the Benson family.
Got to be something there, man.
Nothing else makes sense.
Either that or it was written into the will.
I've heard that rumor. and
Okay, I was just throwing that out
I
there.
don't disagree with it.
Okay,
No, I've actually heard that rumor
Okay.
multiple times.
that's interesting to hear. All right, man, the Rockets are the 3 seed currently
Sengun, man.
in the West. That dude's
Who
a dude,
is
man.
this guy?
He's grown up a lot in the past couple of years.
In the past couple of months.
Yeah. Well, last year you really saw him take over and be the leader of that team with a very, very young team. He's got a guy next to him now that he can go out and he can be him.
Yep.
And no matter which direction it goes, but he's become a triple machine. He is Joker version 2. Joker's bigger, but Sengun's got a lot of those attributes.
Yeah, and just wait. In the next 2 years, they'll be fouling him like they fouled the Joker.
You got to hit the free throws, man. We go back to free throw shooting at every level. It's so
Every
horrendous.
single level. It's crazy.
We would get beaten, run till we puke.
They should just call it a chance throw at this point because it's not a gimme.
Well, there's no skill set to it either, man. I was looking at I was watching at the state tournament last night. Some of these kids are throwing knuckleballs up there.
Dude, the amount of different forms that I've seen on free throws this year, and some of it is absolutely ridiculous. I'm talking about 3 squats, 2 claps, 7 dribbles.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, I've seen baseball coaches throw less signals from
Right,
first
right.
base. Okay, like it's ridiculous.
Yeah, so I mean, it's something that's got to be something has to be said for it. Defense. I mean, defense wins championships. Yeah.
Sorry.
Sammy Sosa had less hand moves after a home run.
Right, like, come on, man.
Speaking of that white guy,
Bruh.
where did Minnesota come from?
Dude,
Ant-Man has moved into 4th and passed up Denver.
I know. They beat Denver the other night. OKC beat Denver the other night. Things haven't been looking good. Went for a completely different look last night for Denver, and they started Adelman started Valanciunas and Jokic, so both bigs on the floor and barely pulled out against Utah. So, honestly, I think the Lou Dort situation showed Jokic's frustration the other night. The highlights from the Jazz game last night.
He just
were-
blew right past Minnesota
yeah, well,
and just went straight to Denver. Oh, because I wedged Minnesota in there.
because
and I didn't tell you about it.
You wedged Minnesota in there, and it hurts because it seems like so. When I first became a Nuggets fan, it was the Lakers that were the thorn in our side. Every year in the playoffs, the Lakers put us out. As a modern Nuggets fan, it's usually been the Wolves and then now the Thunder. And so like the Wolves and Thunder, they're my Patriots to the Colts in the football side from years ago. Like that rivalry is there, and it touches the nerve, to be honest with you.
Yeah, man, I tell you, I go back to the 90s, mid-90s, when Hakeem and Dikembe would go at it in the playoffs. That was always a blast, man. Just absolute blast.
Yeah, the problem is that Rudy Gobert is no Hakeem or Dikembe.
No.
He's just a pain in the butt and gets posterized by guys half his size.
And
but-
you see, I always liked Dikembe because of the "not in my house," no. And then
Not in
that
my
he got to play a lot of years with the Rockets on the back end of his career that were still effective minutes that he played, even as a
He
backup.
was always effective if he was on the floor. But
Dude.
just how much could he be on the floor as his career progressed?
Yeah, rest in peace, Dikembe. You were a wonderful human being,
One of a kind.
humanitarian, just great guy. Did great things. That is a good God-fearing man. Dikembe was.
Yeah, this was him to Satan at the pearly gate.
No.
Not in my house.
He's not coming in. So the NBA, the West is shaping up as kind of expected. OKC defending champions, running it back. San Antonio's really taking a step forward.
Wimby's taking a step
yeah,
forward.
I just don't know how they
how they fare in a 7-game series.
I don't have.
They
the
can
faith in 'em.
beat anybody on any night, but they're also beatable 4 out of 5.
Yep.
I mean, the record doesn't show that, but you're playing somebody different every night.
That's where teams like Minnesota and OKC and even Denver. That's where you see them at
Houston
their best.
with
Houston
KD.
in these long series where they know how to play back and forth. They know how to play in these different games. It's not any given night.
Houston has the experience after the last 2 seasons,
Yep.
you know, from going from worst to first, and now
Well, and all of those teams we just mentioned, they're in the series every year.
Yep.
Every year they're in the playoffs.
So OKC, San Antonio, Houston, Minnesota, Denver. That's your top 5, and then over in the East, Detroit, Boston. Man, this is like going
So-
through
This list is like going through the early 90s.
It is, and here's the crazy thing: Boston is dominating the East right now. I know that Detroit's above them,
Yeah.
but they've been killing it. Denver beats them the other night, but can't
Yeah.
beat the West.
Yeah.
Like
That's the way it works.
but I think that also shows you that this
The
year,
West is like
the West is a whole nother level above.
they beat the tar out of each other. They're the SEC of the NBA, the
Oh, yeah,
Western
that-
Conference.
100%, because Detroit and Celtics, I think both of them lose to the top 5 in the West.
Yeah, you look at when I say the 90s outside of Toronto, Detroit, Boston, New York, and Cleveland.
That's crazy.
That is the 90s.
That's crazy.
Man, so yeah, a lot going on in the world of sports. We got spring football is going to be coming up very soon. I believe practice started this week or next week. Spring practice at LSU starts.
Yeah,
I know it's soon because Kiffin went on his beach vacation with all the kids to wherever. I swear this guy, his
He's
niece
got
and
more
nephew,
hours in the day than me.
his niece and nephew must not like their parents.
Because they just stay with him all the time.
Cookie's the best recruiter in the country.
Hey, bro, we'll take it how we can get it.
Yeah, and I believe the dog's here now too.
Oh, the controversial dog that the Ole Miss fans tried to say wasn't Lane Kiffin's dog and all that after he left, that it was just a photo op.
No, yeah, saying that it was donated from an animal shelter, so it wasn't really his. It was just it was his. He just had to get a proper home before you bring an animal.
Exactly.
So like you get the dog housed. That's what they do. And look, I'm gonna be the biggest Lane defender, even though I'm still sitting outside growing gray hairs waiting on that interview.
Right.
We'll talk about that until it happens.
Lane.
But oh yeah, he'll never watch this. But I wanted him here. What was it, 5-6 years ago when
You
they
did.
hired that moron, Brian Kelly? What talk about putting a program 10 years? What was that Dave Chappelle line that Black Comets blamed Dave Chappelle? Oh, the black white supremacist skit where he said, "Man, you set black comedians back 100 years."
Bruh.
Brian Kelly set the LSU program back a decade.
He did, and somehow Lane Kiffin's recruiting itself has
He's gonna
brought
flip it in 1 year.
It's going to flip it. Yep.
Yep. So good luck to the LSU guys that are going to be working in the combine, getting ready for the NFL draft. A lot of breaking news came out about Nuss, about how he was injured for as long as he was injured,
Which was very clear and apparent, except for
except to Brian Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think? He was faking it?
dude,
This isn't the Houston Astros training staff
I don't
who hide injuries until the person can't walk anymore.
I don't think that Brian Kelly was thinking at all, to be honest with you.
I think he was trying to get fired because he saw the payday that Coach O got.
Right. He's like,
I can buy some hamburgers with that.
this is guaranteed money. Him and Coach O gonna be sipping mimosas somewhere, having brunch.
Yeah. I mean, that got packed. I don't even think he packed. He just left.
Nah, he just rolled out. He was ready.
It wasn't. I
he
think
was
it was.
already packed.
I think it was a week or two ago. Somebody had sent me a picture of the moving trucks just showing up to get the stuff.
So a friend of mine actually posted a video yesterday of her inside of the house because she was part of the sale helping. She's a realtor and she helped with the sale.
Well, LSU owned the house.
Well,
They financed the house, the car. Like
mhm.
he had a finance package. Well, I mean, is this dude rocking a 300 credit score?
he was like
Why you
which-
got to get your job to finance this stuff for you?
hey, look, if they're offering,
I get it, but I mean, it's just like this.
he can go buy 6 more mansions with his payout.
Never coach again. Here's the other problem: is he'll never work in media because he's horrible.
He can't talk.
Well, there's other people I thought were horrible as coaches in media, but then they went and came on to actually be pretty good broadcasters. Belichick actually surprised me during his year off
Yeah.
when he
yeah.
joined in.
Well, I mean, maybe BK can get into the filming practices business.
I was just a
as
douche.
long as it's not storming and he sends a staffer up there to die.
Okay,
Mm.
then there's that. All right,
BK hate.
man. So upcoming broadcasts, we have we'll be integrating a lot into baseball, softball. Obviously, the 14th will be our next one, which is at BRCC. Will be at Bruley High School. We have a doubleheader that Saturday of softball against Galveston College. So we're looking forward to that. Tonight, obviously, we'll be covering two playoff round 2 matchups at Geo Next Gen as they host Capitol High School. And then maybe that is.
I think
Maybe
it is.
that is Big Fred.
I think it is. I think it is.
Now that I'm thinking about it,
I remember we met Fred's dad in the stands
yeah,
too.
yeah,
Super
and,
nice
and
guy.
and I went and covered one of their games earlier this year.
Yeah, I do think I think that is Capital.
Yeah, and
Okay.
they're just they had moved to a different campus situation, and then Denham Springs is hosting Destrehan, and for me, from a personal my day job level, I hope we beat the brakes off of Destrehan. We've got one of our guys, our manager down in the lab. He's a Destrehan alum, and he is 3.5 feet tall and talks a lot of smack. So I hope that he watches the end of this program and hears that.
He's finna watch Destrehan get smacked.
Well, I hope the Twins are on it. I hope Hayden Ray is ready to fly. He's got to get out of his head, like you said. Man,
Yeah.
just committing so many stupid fouls and getting benched for it.
Yep.
I want to see our freshman. I love Devin. Devin's going to be a
Devin
stud
Kinchuk,
on the football field
Well,
for us.
Don't forget the senior Devin Houston either.
Well,
I mean,
Devin and Jeremy. Jeremy's just a junior. We got Jeremy for one more year.
we do have Jeremy for one more year.
Well,
which
as
is-
long as he stays out of Larry's truck.
dude,
I don't-
what
I-
on
that was a
earth? That
weird
scared
situation.
Me,
He
man. I think Larry brought him to get something to
Th-
eat.
yeah,
but, man,
thankfully,
stay
but
away from
da-
Larry.
yeah, Larry, the super fan
That
of
may be having-
Walker, who
that may be
shows up
having
to Denham
warrants and
events.
stuff. We don't need to lose our junior who leads a team of seniors in scoring.
Yeah, yeah, we don't need.
So Jeremy, if you're watching this, watch
God.
out for Larry. Larry, if you're watching this, stay away from Jeremy.
Find Jesus. you can come to church with us, but please have your wife stop sending us DMs asking us scores of games that we're not covering. How about that? How about we start there? Because I don't want to block anyone. However, it's getting real close. Real close. I'm like, we're literally trying to post scores for games that we're at, and I'm getting messages, DMs from this individual asking about games that we ain't like.
Hey, bro.
Ask
It's
Larry.
prob-
He's probably there.
It's probably Larry on his wife's profile.
Oh,
so-
God.
All right.
Maybe I
let's-
accidentally blocked him.
Let's move on.
All right, Alex Bregman just hit a 437-foot bomb to pad Team USA's lead in the exhibition against the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah, well, I
So-
would hope that would be a big lead that's padded. It's speaking of baseball news, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I added a few things on my side.
You did. Go ahead.
Jurickson Profar today, trying to make a case to be the worst decision that the Braves have ever made as far as contracts goes. Suspended half the season last year for Peds, now suspended the entire season this year for Peds. There's got to be a way to avoid that contract.
He's one away from a ban, right?
It got to be, dude. I mean, and I don't understand how that doesn't void a contract. Daniel Jones got the franchise transition tag today from the Colts.
Yep.
Trey Hendrickson hit the free agency today from the Bengals. I would really like to see the Colts go after him. I think that would be a smart move. And then Kyler Murray has been told that he will be released at the first day of the league year.
Yep. So and the Houston Texans have apparently not made a decision on C.J. Stroud. I see one where they said he's not going anywhere. Another where it's a decision has not been made. He's under contract.
What does it matter who's throwing the ball? Y'all signed every running back left over in the league. Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, David Montgomery.
We need people to stay
Woody
healthy.
Lars. Yeah,
Actually, we just got David Montgomery back, I think, from
y'all
a
just traded
trade.
him from the Lions. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like y'all just keep. How many running backs do they need? I guess the answer is all of them.
Well, I mean, we can have all of them, but if the offensive line is horrible, then we couldn't run the ball last year.
The
So
good news for you, you know what? I'll trade you straight up. You can have AR for C.J. Stroud.
no, ugh.
Same draft
Oh.
class.
I'll let Anthony. No.
Yeah, dude. AR
No.
and Davis Mills, the dual quarterback combo.
Davis Mills was undefeated this season, man.
I mean, he's got a neck above the competition, you know.
Yeah. Man, my phone's ringing from some random old people today. Dwayne Hall. That's random. Probably looking for a job. Um, so, episode 5. I don't know where it's coming from, but it will be the week of the. Well, let's see. I get back 40, 15, 6, the week of the 16th. So sometime during the week of the 16th.
Any local businesses that would like to host us for the next episode, we always know that CC's and Whistle Stop is willing, and we appreciate that. But guys, we want to support you as you support us, and don't forget we have sponsorship packages available. Please feel free to reach out. We're happy to get on a conference call with you and kind of discuss the options and what we can do to support you and how you can support us.
Yep, and shout out to again to Peanuts Transports. They've been a day one rider with us here at Sports Talk 225, and we're expecting here in the next month or so to be re-upping that. As you know, they've just been excellent with us. To Whistle Stop Cafe right here in historic downtown Denham Springs, right on the railroad tracks. Thank you for hosting us today. We appreciate the support. And then, of course, we have BMP Construction going to be coming on board. So their logo is going to be slapped up there on the screen, next week. So we're looking forward to, adding new sponsors and growing this thing brick by brick. We've said that since day one. Looking forward to getting out there today, tonight, and covering some 225 sports for you. So, as always, all glory to God. This is Sports Talk 225.